Hi, my name is Anna White. I just built this fireplace. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all the steps. This column hides all the cords. You never have to clean behind it. It's a really space-saving design. It frames your TV and makes it look like it should be part of your living room. The vertical column makes your room appear taller, and we're all ready for the holidays with a mantel. This is a must-build project if you're looking for a way of converting your boring living room into something that's cozy with character.
If you'd like to build this project, I've included a free plan that's linked in the description. The plan is easy to adjust for just about any size fireplace. This is the one that I purchased. I went through the installation manual and checked all the clearances before I began building. Really, the only clearance was that you needed about 12 inches between the top of the fireplace and the underside of the mantel. So I just used 2x4s to frame up a front wall, and I put a middle 2x4 at the height that I'd like the top of the firebox. And then I put shorter studs in at the width that the firebox needed for the clearance. After that, I checked for square by measuring opposite diagonals and adjusting if it was out of square. And then I just added some studs at the top. These studs will be used for hanging the TV and the mantel on. Okay, so now to attach to the wall, I basically just built this back wall, and it's got the flat 2x4s on the back, which gives me something to attach to studs in the wall. And then I just centered it up where I liked it, removed the baseboards. You could remove the entire baseboard and replace it in pieces or do it in this manner. And then I just went ahead and screwed the back wall framing directly to studs in the wall. Okay, so now for the depth of this fireplace. I chose a 12-inch depth, so I just cut some 2x4 blocks that were 12 inches and screwed those to the back frame and then screwed them to the front frame. And that's it for the entire fireplace framing. That was super easy. I'm going to use shiplap for putting on the outside of the fireplace. So the big thing here is to get the first row extremely level as you put it on. I'm using 1¼ inch brad nails. I don't know why I did it this way where I just kept trimming off that baseboard. I should have just pulled it and then added it back later, cut to fit, but that worked. Okay, so and then once you get the first row of shiplap, it's pretty easy, just work your way up. Now you don't want to get too far because you want to attach that mantle in place and then also cut out the firebox opening. So I just used a circular saw. Another way of doing this would be as you go, just hold your board up in place, trace the cutout on the back, pull it in outside and then cut it with a jigsaw and then screw it back in. But this way worked as well. Now for the mantle, I screwed a 2x4 to the front and I hid the screws on the ends because it's temporary, and I'll be covering that with trim. And then I screwed a 2x4 on so I could set the mantle on it. Then I made this blocking that I'm going to put on the inside, and that screws to the mantle itself to hold it in place. Then I just finished the shiplap, and then for the last piece I ripped in half a piece of shiplap and cut it to fit. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have been cutting on a finished floor like that. Maybe take it outside. Okay, so all the shiplap is done. I'm going to start working on trim. So I used 1x3 MDF boards. I trimmed out the top and the bottom first, starting with the sides and then the front, and just nailed it all on with 1¼ inch brad nails. And then from there, 1x3s for the front corners and then the back at the wall. Then I just painted everything and threaded the TV cord in through a hole and then mounted the TV mount. One thing is you want to make sure you have electrical and the right electrical available for all these components. And then I just stuck the fireplace insert in. Of course, I plugged it in first, made sure that it was level and the lines were running parallel to the shiplap lines, put the front on it, and we are done. This really was a simple project that I believe that most anybody could tackle.
Guys, plans are in the description. Click on over and download them. Just promise me if you build it, you'll share a picture because I want to see how yours turns out and I want to hear about it. Thanks again. We'll see you in our next video.